What is going on, beautiful people? My brothers in iron, my sisters in steel. I hope everything is going fantastic on your end. This is going to be video number 4, I believe, of this contest prep series. Going to give you guys a brief update primarily on my training. At the time of recording this, I am actually approaching 11 weeks out this Saturday, right? So today is July 3rd. You guys will be seeing a full upper body workout, my day 3 of my current training split that I do here at home on the garage on the Tonal. This is technically like day 3 of my training program. And as I mentioned, I'm currently running fortitude training. Because today's session is done at home on the Tonal, I can't do the muscle rounds exactly how the program essentially describes it or wants it to be. Scott essentially has 3 different set types within fortitude training, and he has load set types, which is just the basic progressive overload. He has pump set types, which is usually like 15 to 25 reps, and then he also has muscle rounds. Dr. Scott Stevenson recommends you essentially take your 15 rep max for any given exercise and you do 6 mini clusters of 4 repetitions, right? So you're working with an appropriate load that is providing sufficient mechanical tension, but by doing 6 mini clusters of approximately 4 reps, you're getting in more total volume without creating a ton of fatigue, because you're still only going to have one failure point, and you're also creating more metabolic stress. So rest pause techniques can be really, really time efficient, and I've been just enjoying the training as a whole. So the biggest thing that I can't do per Scott's recommendation is on my upper body training when I train on the Tonal, rather than doing the muscle rounds as he suggests and that's sort of prescribed for that particular day, I utilize an intensifier that the system, that the Tonal machine allows me to implement, and that's the burnout mode. So this is pretty cool here. You'll see it's going to be 55 pounds as I'm pushing, but on my eccentric it's going to increase by 14 pounds. So what? It's going to go up to 69, I guess. And I have burnout mode on, so you'll see like once I fail, the machine's just automatically going to decrease the weight. I think it's like literally one of the best intensifiers I can possibly do. Super cool. Did you see what weight it got down to?
Like 30s in the 30s.
Okay. Yeah, I've done it where maybe on this last set, I'll just literally go until I can't go anymore. It could go all the way down to 5 pounds, you know, where you literally just don't have anything left in you. So it's, to me, I think it's fucking amazing as an intensifier. I'm not super strict. I think I'll take at least 90 seconds on something like this and a max of 3 minutes. If it's like an isolation movement, like a bicep curl or a lateral raise, closer to the 90 seconds. If it's a compound lift like this, closer to 2 minutes. But I also know like I'm in a rush today, so gotta make sure I get all my exercises done and not sweat the rest periods too much. Ooh. I'm done. Like I can tell that was super light at the end, but you just have nothing else. It feels really, really fucking good. It feels really intense. So that's how I set up today's workout on the tonal, because doing the 6 sets of 4, doing the muscle rounds on this is a pain in the ass. Because like if I stop it, it might think I'm done with that set and it automatically goes to the next exercise. So it's not like made to do rest pause techniques, right? So yeah, small like minor, I guess, programming issues with the machine, but I also love using those modes instead anyway. So as long as I get a great stimulus, I could care less what it is that I do to get it. All right. Prep is going pretty darn well. My wife asked me, I think literally yesterday, like, what has been the slogan of this prep? She was just checking in, seeing how prep's going on my end. And I told her the slogan right now is life is hard, prep is easy. So things are honestly on cruise control. I guess because I've just done this so many times, I know what to expect. It doesn't feel like suffering. It's a choice that we make. Obviously, you have a lot of dietary restrictions. You need to practice a lot of discipline, but it's really second nature at this point. You may know I broke my foot when I was like 2 weeks into prep, I believe at 22 weeks out. So that really changed my training up quite a bit. And right now I'm running Fortitude training by Dr. Scott Stevenson, a good friend of mine. And this is the first time I am utilizing someone else's training system rather than my own since 2014. I think the last training program I ran was Matt Ogus's 753, and then before that was Lane Norton's Power Hypertrophy Adaptive Training System, or the FAT system. So it's been really cool to run Fortitude training. The thing I loved about it is I was trying to train 5 days per week earlier on in prep, and I would constantly miss that 5th training session. Life would get in the way, and I was consistently getting in 4 training sessions per week. And Dr. Scott's Fortitude training generally utilizes a 4-day split. So that's what I'm running right now. It's been going really well. And there is a ton of autoregulation that you can and should implement with this training system. In the Fortitude training ebook, he's not prescribing specific exercises. He's prescribing that you do a certain amount of volume per muscle group per training session. And there are general suggestions on how that can go. So it's a system that you make your own, and I've been having an absolute blast with it. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's it. All right. Yeah, I think it dropped all the way down to what, 34 pounds from 65. Yeah, so real quick, I'll chat about this. My first backs exercise, the pull-up that I did this like semi-supinated grip that really hits my lats really, really well. It doesn't hit my teres major good, doesn't necessarily hit my rear delts too well. So on my second back movement, rather than doing it like a lat focused row where my hands were closer to my midline and my elbow was tucked closer to my rib cage, I intentionally did a pronated grip and I allowed my elbows to flare out so I can hit my upper back muscle. So that hit my rear delts really nicely, hit my mid traps and my teres major pretty well as well. Whereas again, that first movement was more for my lats. Now I'm gonna get into some isolation work. I'm going to do a decline fly, like a high to low fly, really hitting the lower pec. And then I'm going to do a straight arm pull down that is, again, primarily a lat isolation movement with a little bit of assistance from the long head of the tricep, as well as a little bit of help from your rear delt. But I'm gonna get into those two movements, and then chest and back is complete. And then I'll finish with shoulders and triceps. I actually don't do any direct bicep work today. I actually do a little bit of bicep and forearm work tomorrow at the end of my leg workout. I fucked up by not wearing shoes. Did you see I was slipping?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like moving big time. That was my fault. Okay. My arms literally started going numb. Okay. Ah.
Lift and lower the handles evenly.
Is it on 5 pounds already?
Yep.
It's literally the lightest it goes. And I literally just can't move it anymore. I just do one warm-up set and one working set. And that working set is gonna be that continuous drop set where the machine is just gonna take a pound off at a time until I can't move it anymore. But I love this freaking attachment for skull crushers because it really allows you to get a lot, like maximal amount of elbow flexion, which is the most amount of stretch you can get on your tricep in this position. So I'm glad I picked up this additional bar, so to speak. So boom, start here, come down, 1, 2, 3, 4, Boom. That's my warm up. Yeah, I'll do one working set and it'll be a wrap. My wife has to go to work. But yeah, bro, thank you for being here today.
Yes, sir.
Love this drop set mode, this burnout mode. It just sort of allows you to do like one really hard set and not need to do 2 sets or 3 sets. Like you're taking your muscle to like complete, like actually beyond failure. Right? Like you fail with X amount of pounds, which is gonna be 35 pounds. Once I fail with that, it'll go to 30, it'll go to 25, it'll go to 15. So it's like really trashing the muscle, and I have eccentric overload on here. So it'll be 35 going this way and 41 coming down. Whew. Whew. Oh. Oh. I will call it at that. Okay. Yeah, see, so got all the way down to 10 pounds. So like literally, my triceps have nothing left after that. And that's the whole workout. I'm sure my son will pop in a minute. I normally do one ab exercise right now. I'm gonna skip it today because I trained abs yesterday and they're like extremely sore. So no need to train them today while they're already pretty damaged and recovering. So yeah, I am gonna pose now. Who knows when people will see this, but we'll have to use it for, you know, baseline, midpoint, and finale. And like if it's like cloudy or not cloudy, it makes a big difference. So yeah. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy the footage from my day 3 upper body training on the Tonal. And if you have any questions, let me know. Prep is going smooth, hitting new lows, being super flexible with my diet. I think my next video is going to be 100% on my nutritional approach this contest prep. I've been super flexible. Wifey picked up food yesterday from Fresh Kitchen, weighed out those ingredients separately. So there is some guesstimation going on, but my weekly average rate of loss is great. Physique's coming together. Again, I know what I'm doing. I'm comfortable with this. And honestly, have I had some hard days where fatigue has been high and whatnot? Sure. But again, life is hard. Prep has been easy.